Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Welcome to King's Corner podcast again. I'm super duper excited to have you here, and I've got some news for you. Well, a couple of news for you actually. News number one before we talk about the subject of today. News number one is from Rose, please. All right, so beginning from next month, we are going to reduce the podcast to twice a month instead of 4 times or 5 times a month. Instead of being weekly, our podcasts will now be bi weekly. The reason for this is so that it would give you enough time to digest and it will also give you some time to apply the things that you're learning so that you're not so full of knowledge and actually not applying anything at all. I know it may be bad news for some people, but I think that it will give us a lot more time to practice. Number two, all through this month of February, we will be going live weekly on Instagram. Last week, we went live for the first time, and this week, we are going to be going live again on Friday by 5 p.m. So please, if you are on Instagram, do join us. We're going to work towards uploading the videos onto our YouTube channel, the Kingmakers Global Academy YouTube channel, for you to be able to access it as well. Number three news is this: I am so interested in your growth. I am so particular about your growth. I am so vested in your growth that I want to do something for you. I've worked on and I have created a community, and I've been working on this since December last year. We started the free community, but this is different. This is a paid community. Now, what's this community going to be doing? Every month, I will be meeting with the community once a month to teach you and answer all of your mindset questions. Number two is that being a part of the community, you get 10% discount to any KMGA course of your choice. And reason number three to be a part of this community is that this community is going to provide you with resources, monthly resources that are targeted towards our desire and our goal for the year, which is Elevate. So, this month, for example, is our month of focus. We're going to give you free content all through this month, but beginning from next month, you will have the opportunity to be a part of this community and be able to grow. So if you're in this interested in being a part of this community, I want to work with only 100 people. Yes, I want to work with only 100 people so that I can pay attention to your growth and actually be vested in it. I don't just want to show up for you occasionally. I am very intentional about your growth. So I'm going to give you resources. I'm going to give you access 10% discount to our course, weekly access to not weekly, monthly access to teaching and all of that. So much more is going to come from it. But if you're interested, the flyer is going to be out this week, I think. I want you to go ahead and be a part of it. It's only for a token. 1,000 naira monthly. I know, hard to believe, right? Yes, 1,000 naira monthly. It's because I want you to grow. I really do want you to grow. I want you to become. I want you not to be so focused on your fears and insecurities and become focused on who you're meant to be really and invest in that person. So if we're talking of 1,000 naira only, you can get into that room monthly. So you can decide to pay 1,000 naira monthly, or you can decide to pay 10,000 naira for the whole year. Whichever one is an option for you. So that is number three. I hope that this my news makes you smile and makes you excited. Now, on to today's subject, dear procrastinator. Oh, do I have any procrastinators here on this call? If you're, well, I know that some of us will be shy and be like, I don't want them to know that I'm a procrastinator. or some of us would call ourselves recovering procrastinators. That's fine. Whatever it is that you call yourself, I'm here to talk to you. The first question that you may want to ask is, what is procrastination? Well, I'm glad you did ask. So, imagine if you had an appointment and then you decide, well, I'm going to get to it later. I don't want to do it right now. You see, procrastination is the action of unnecessarily and voluntarily delaying and postponing something, despite knowing that there are negative consequences for doing so. I repeat it again so that you can hear me and understand me. Procrastination. Procrastination. Procrastination is the action of unnecessarily and voluntarily delaying and postponing something, despite knowing that there will be negative consequences for doing so. So, knowing that if I don't do this, there's an outcome for it, and choosing to still not do it. That's procrastination. And some of us are currently actively procrastinating. Some of us are recovering procrastinators because you're trying to do better, while others don't even know that they are procrastinating because they are living in denial. Now, one of the questions that I would love to answer is, what are the different kinds of procrastinators? Well, the first is the performer. You're always busy, but never achieving anything tangible. Number two is the self depreciator. It's that person that is always talking down on yourself, looking down on yourself. You always feel that I don't have the skills, I don't have this, I don't have this. You are always listing what you don't have, but you are never acknowledging the fact that you don't have, it's not an excuse not to do. The third is the overbooker. The overbooker is always booking, double booking, triple booking, and not realizing it and then getting nothing done because you're, well, overbooked. And then number four is the novelty seeker. You want to be acknowledged for everything that you do. I gave access earlier this year and I opened up an inner circle. This inner circle, one of the reasons why I opened it up was because I wanted people to work on projects. I wanted people to be able to work on plans. I wanted people to be able to build without procrastinating. And I wanted to hold people accountable. Part of being a mindset coach is being an accountability coach. And so today I want to share with you some tips I've learned over time that would help you to stop procrastinating. Number one, recognize that you're procrastinating. You might be putting off a task because you had to reprioritize your workload. But if you are delaying something for a genuinely good reason, you are not necessarily procrastinating. However, if you start to put up things indefinitely or switch focus because you want to avoid something, then you probably are procrastinating. Procrastination, it has your name written all over it. If you fill your day with low priority tasks, you leave an item on your to do list for a long time, even though it's important. You read emails several times without making a decision. You start a high priority task, then go off to do something that is not necessarily right. You fill your time with unimportant tasks that people ask you to do instead of getting unimportant tasks that is already on your list. And you have to wait to be in a good mood or for it to be the right time. There is never a perfect time for you to get started. The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now. So recognize that you're procrastinating. Number two, find out why you're procrastinating. You need to understand why you're procrastinating before you begin to tackle it. Most people, once they figure out that they are procrastinators, They go ahead and they begin to try to sort out tackling procrastination. But you need to know why you are avoiding the task. So, for example, why are you avoiding the task? Is it because you find it boring or unpleasant? If so, what can you do to get it out of the way quickly so that you can focus on the things that you find more enjoyable? Many times, poor organization can lead to procrastination. All right. Sometimes you may feel overwhelmed by the task and you've maybe had doubts about your ability, you're worried about failing. So you put it off and you seek comfort in doing work that you know that you are capable of completing and not trying to do important things. Some people fear failure. So they think that maybe if I succeed or if I fail at this, there's going to be consequence either of more tasks or less tasks. And then finally, sometimes, a lot of times, those who are perfectionists tend to procrastinate because they would rather avoid doing the task than doing it imperfectly. Sometimes it could also be poor decision making because if you can't decide to do what to do, you can decide to choose to do the wrong thing. So you see, different reasons why people procrastinate. Now, in next week's video, I will share with you because I want to divide this into two. I want to share with you some anti procrastination strategies that will be able to help you not procrastinate. I think my announcement took a large chunk of our session today, but I want you to take time this week and find out, am I a procrastinator? And why do I procrastinate what I procrastinate? There are some places where we don't struggle to do what needs to be done, and there are certain places where we really struggle. Ask yourself, what exactly is my reason for this struggle? What exactly is it that is taking my time and is making me not do what I need to do, how I need to do it? Anyways, darlings, I will come your way next week. Until then, stay safe. Bye for now.